Hello Vorthos and Male Commander players, I'm Prospo and I welcome you to EDH Scout. The new Kamigawa Neon Dynasty set is almost here. Today we will travel back to the original Kamigawa block for the Goblins Tribe. In these videos we focus on the new cards of the set for each tribe and review them about their use in a Tribal EDH Commander Deck. Hope you enjoy. In this review we'll check all three sets for the original Kamigawa block, the Champions, the Betrayers and the Saviors of Kamigawa. There are total 24 cards in the Goblins Tribe. The flavor ranges from 4 to 17 points. There are 5 new Goblin Commanders which are exclusively in red color. 1 Goblin can ramp and 2 can draw cards. There are 3 sacrifice outlets and 6 removals. There is a Lands Matter sub-theme in the tribe this time. Let's start with the most powerful Goblin in Kamigawa. Kiki Mirror Breaker has become one of the most popular creatures in EDH as he is part of many infinite combos. He is not so popular as commander but creates tons of value even when he is not comboing off. For 5 mana you get a 2/2 Goblin Summon with Haste. His ability to create copies of non-legendary creatures has proven to be worth it for the 5 mana. Zozu the Punisher has a really brutal ability. He usually leads a land destruction deck with tax effects that deal damage to your opponents. He is one of the most annoying commanders to play against. He scores 80 flavor points as he deals 2 damage to each player that puts a land into play. Easy Akki Crackshot and Ben Akki Hermit are not popular as commanders and generally in EDH as their abilities are extremely narrow and weak. The last commander for the Goblins Tribe in Kamigawa is the Patron of the Akki. He is not so popular as a commander, but his abilities are quite flavorful. You can play him as an instant if you sacrifice a goblin, and his second ability can pump all of your little goblins when he attacks. Let's move on to the non-commanders of the block. Akki Lava Runner is a 4 mana 1/1 goblin with haste. It is worth it only if you can flip him to Tok, Volcano Born. This legendary goblin boosts your damage output from your red sources. 2 goblins give interesting abilities to others. Akki Drill Master gives haste to another creature, really useful for powerful goblins such as Muxus. Akki Coldflinger gives all of your attacking creatures first strike. Goblin Cohort has won its place to Pauper Goblins, but is not so useful in EDH. Akki Underminer forces your opponents to sacrifice permanents. He has to deal combat damage to them. You have to work hard to achieve that though, as he is a 4 mana 1/1. Akki Rock Speaker gives 1 mana back when it TBs. Not so useful. Blot Rides is a sacrifice outlet that costs 2 mana each time. It can be used as a removal or burn. It is not so useful in Goblin Tribal decks as the Goblin Tribe has stronger and cheaper sacrifice outlets. There is a light lands matter theme in the Goblins Tribe in Kamigawa. Akki Blizzard Herder forces everyone to sacrifice a land when he dies. Akki Avalancers is a free sacrifice outlet for your lands in order to pump him for lots of damage. And while all of these lands leave the battlefield, Akki Raider grows bigger as well. This strategy is extremely risky in EDH though, and is not recommended. Sowing Salt is an interesting land removal, a bit overcosted though. Hanabi Blast is a really overcosted shock that can be repeatable if you are lucky. Slightly more useful removal spell is Spiraling Embers. It is not reliable though. Squelch, on the other hand, can be useful in spell-slinging Goblin Wizard's tribal deck. The rest of the Goblin cards are not so flavorful or powerful for an EDH tribal deck. This was a quick tribal review for the Goblins Tribe in the original Kamigawa block. The Goblins got the all-time favorite Kiki, an interesting burn commander, and some useful role players in EDH. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe. See you soon with more tribal flavorful videos.